My name is Sarah Krock. I work at Southern Pines Animal Shelter. We have a really successful foster program. That's kind of how I got started at the shelter. I started volunteering and fostering there a couple years ago, probably 2 or 3 years ago, and I fostered every dog they would throw at me, pretty much. So the foster program is really helpful because it gets animals out of the shelter, which usually helps them behaviorally. They aren't as stressed out. A lot of the times the dogs will learn, how to be housebroken and socialized. It's really cool because you kind of get to see the animal go from kind of smelly, kind of scared when they first get home to someone's pet, and it's really fun. I started going to shows in Jackson when I was in high school, probably 15 years old, and I actually really kind of hated it at first. I just started going because I had friends in bands, and it was fun, but it was definitely not my place yet, I guess. Because I feel like the punk scene is when you think of it, it's the people that don't fit in, they go there. But then when you think I don't even fit in there, that sucks, So I started learning bass after literally years of my friends saying hey, just pick it up, you'll be fine, just do it. I finally did it, and they were really helpful in teaching me and just looking up songs online to learn too. So the first band I joined was Baghead. I play bass for Baghead, and we've been a band for a couple years, 2 years now. And we decided after, probably a good year of being a band, that we wanted to kind of start another band with some of the same people that has kind of a different sound. So I do vocals in the other band, which is Big Bleach. Baghead is kind of more fast-paced, hardcore punk almost. It's not super heavy, tough guy stuff that a lot of people assume it is. And Big Bleach is more fun, groovy, upbeat, dancey kind of punk.
Nothing more you can leave behind.
So forget about seeing, get into your mind.
Everything's better when the world is black.
Grab a fork, make the first attack.
Lights out! Poke, your eyes out. Lights out!
Put a pen in your hand. Put your eyes.
I don't know if you've heard of the Porn Hall, but that's where we first started having shows. We still have shows there. We've had shows there for the last 2.5 years, 2 years. We started having shows at my house, which is Spice World, and it's been really fun. It's been really successful so far, which has been really surprising. All of our neighbors are really cool with it. But it's been really neat because we get to have, like I said, bands from all over the country come and play, and everybody's always really surprised that Hattiesburg isn't terrible. Looking back when I was 15, I would have never expected myself to be in bands ever. I felt like it was very much like a boys' club, and that's definitely changing, not just in Hattiesburg, but all over the country. I don't know, it's not just the angry white boy club anymore, which is really exciting. There are some some punk bands that if you really get down to the lyrics, it's actually really meaningful and really, I guess, kind of beautiful, but it's definitely just a kind of a chance to cut loose and let it all out. I've definitely gone through some really rough patches in the last couple years and been able to work through a lot of it through punk music. And people assume it's inherently violent and that oh, look out for the mosh pit, you're gonna get clocked in the face, which that is possible, it happened, but it probably wasn't on purpose. It was probably just somebody fell and it maybe hit you. But that really doesn't even, I don't know, I don't feel like that's really the reality of what we do. From being involved in punk, I've met absolutely my best friends, both here and in other states, which is really fun. It's been really cool because it's a lot of the same people I was friends with in high school, and we've all kind of grown up together and kind of gone through the changes in the punk scene together, I guess. Which sounds so cheesy. But it's been really fun. I think the most fun has just been seeing how many people have no idea what punk music is. They think it's really heavy, screamo metal stuff. They assume that's what we're playing. That's what my family thinks I'm playing, and that's not the case at all. And it's really cool to see people come out and support bands from all over the country that they've never heard of, and then they see them once and they're their biggest fan, and then they come to shows all the time, and we've really got kind of a nice community going here.